What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on a Chevy Equinox LT front wheel drive. We're going to be doing front brakes on this. Next video will be rear brakes on this. So the way we're going to do this, I already have passenger side off. This is driver side. I like to do one side first just so I know what tools we're going to do and know my torque specs, so I can make this video a little bit easier for everybody. And now that we have our lift up and running, about time. No offense to guy doing it, but it's just we had a lot going on, a lot more important things were going on other than putting this lift up. But we got it up and running, and this is going to make life a whole lot easier. But so let's get right to it. I'm gonna scooch all up in. I don't know how dark this is gonna be, but something squeeze caliper in, torque wrench, a 14 and 18, a T25 Torx, maybe even a hammer, don't know yet, and I'd have a screwdriver or something handy. Also, if you're lifting it up with a jack, be careful, put jack stands under it. All the safety stuff, people. And like I said, I got all the torque specs, got all the parts, and we are good to go. First things first, 14 takes the calipers off, and these shouldn't be crazy tight because they are only supposed to be torqued to 32 foot-pounds. But if somebody's changed them other than you, or if somebody has gone in there and done anything, you know, changed wheel bearings or axles or something crazy like that, it may not be torqued that way. But came off fairly easy on the other side. We'll see how this goes. But like I said, 32 foot-pounds should not be too much. Set these to the side. I always pull a little bit, loosens it up, and pull that around. Set that up there. Now this is where a screwdriver may be necessary to get these out. Got it right here, top, and I'm not worried about the hardware. We have new hardware. Set those down. Pop off the hardware. Next, get this caliper, but before I do that, ooh, sliders feel great on this side as well. 18 millimeter. Have a breaker bar, you can use it. They're supposed to be 82 foot-pounds. That one is tight. Get my breaker bar. We're going to try to do this the easy way. Oh yeah, much better. And the top one on the other side was the tight one. Yeah. Get on there. I know you want to. And you can take that brake hose holder bracket right here off if you want to. You don't have to. It may make your life a little easier, but we can get in here. And the reason these are probably going to be tighter as well, they should have thread locker on them. This one has a little bit. Not a lot, but see a little red line? That is a little bit. Oh, come on. I should let that top ball in a little bit. Keep it from rattling like this, but trying to show y'all. Bracket comes off. I was mistaken, it is a T30, not a 25. You have some kind of impact gun or something you can use on this, makes it easier because that way it doesn't strip this out as much. You jolt it loose rather than trying to pry it, and this will break it loose a little bit easier. But normally these don't stick, I've noticed on the Chevys. Plus they're only supposed to be like 82 inch-pounds. And go around and you're making surfaces, which this one don't look bad. It's way worse. But what I get for living in a southern climate, I guess. A little spritzy. Get that off. We'll move you over to a table, show you part numbers. Got these from AutoZone, not a sponsor. That's just who he uses, and I don't mind their brake kits. My favorite is probably Advance's brake kits. I love their rotors. Their rotors seem to hold up better, in my opinion. Better down here. Use whatever you're comfortable with and whatever you want, but me personally, I do like to use Advance rotors, especially their premium rotors now. Or if you use AutoZone, I like their golds. They did not have golds in stock, and it would have taken like another 2 days to get them. But part number. If you go to get Durlast, that is your part number 41229. These are fronts. And brake pads. You get the gold pads. Part number, where are you? Ooh, there you are. So, part number, kind of focus, DG1264. And like I said, these are the golds. Squiller goes on the back. And while I got you here, take my wire brush. Go over where the hardware is going to sit. Inside and out. And if your pins are a little tighter, I would go ahead and pull them out. But you see how easy these move? These move really easy. I would go ahead and pull them out. Check the grease. Make sure that it is not hardening up on you. And then that way you can clean it out with some brake cleaner. Put new grease in them. And help extend the life of your sliders. Your guide pins. Some people call them sliders, some people call them guide pins. I kind of do both, to be honest. A little spritzy on this. Let them dry off a little bit. And take some brake grease. Make sure I'm showing you alright. Let me even pull my camera out. Or my take some brake grease. Yeah, you don't have to do it like you're painting a picture. You know, just little on the contact areas. All you're doing is just putting a light coat on this, just to keep the noise down a little bit. I put it under the hardware because the hardware can rattle Take your hardware. Now on these, make sure you get the top and push them in because it can pop back out on you. Yes, they got these little pieces right there that kind of slide down. But make sure that that's on there. I'm going to clean off the thread locker on my bolts. Most of the time, a wire brush will get that old thread locker off. If it will not get it off, you can get you a pick. If you don't have a bench grinder with a wheel on it, you can get you a pick and get inside of here and you can pick it out. Just do it like that. But this seems to be coming out fairly decent with a wire brush. So that one looks pretty good. Now this one I know we'll have to use a pick on that piece. Oh yeah. Now take a wire brush to it. Yeah, much better. Take a little bit of thread locker and I just put like one little line down it. Sometimes the stuff comes out way faster than you want it to. Believe me, I had it happen to me on the other side. Have the rotor on backwards, I know. I'll clean them off. And then rotate it to where that hold down screw will line up. And you want to clean them because they do come with a packing grease if you don't have a coated rotor. Same thing. Just put a little, you know, baby Douglas on it. There's that. Bracket. Use it. If I don't hit my elbow off of the car again. We're going to start her in here. We're going to start the bottom one in here. Now, just going to bottom them out. I'm not going to put any, make sure I'm going Riley. I'm not going to put any like major torque on them. I'm going to use my torque wrench to do that. That one's bottomed out. And we're doing the bottoming on this one. The reason I'm using manual ratchet and electric ratchet, top one, it doesn't get in there that great, and I can barely get it back out whenever I was taking it out on the other side. $82 foot-pounds. Zwei. Let's go over them again. And for anybody who doesn't know, Zwei means two in German. I took German for 3 years. Next, get something to press the piston back in. I can get it the right way. Alright. Just go slow when you're doing it. Don't try to go fast. If you go too fast, it could cause these kind of kick sideways. So I just go slow letting it compress kind of on its own. Just keep minimum pressure on it and they'll go back. Now if they're really hard to go back, that means that something is binding up and you might want to check to see what's going on. So let this back in because I got to use it on the backs. I am going to wipe off the surfaces with a little brake cleaner on a rag. The reason to do that is because I'm going to put some brake grease on the face of the pistons and the face of the ears. Same thing, you don't want to like glob this stuff on people, just light coating. And the reason I put it on this surface, if you haven't seen my other videos, is because that's kind of like a conditioner for your boots and it keeps them from drying out and getting too much cause. Brake fluid is a moisture absorbent. That is why it can actually cause rust, because it will absorb moisture, and once it absorbs moisture and it deteriorates the paint, once water gets on it, it can rust it, because it will eat paint really good. So put a little bit of brake grease on the contact areas right there. Remember, the front one is without the indicator, the back one houses the indicator. Alright, now put your caliper back on. Start your bolts. These are your 14s. And again, 32 foot-pounds. So the slider pin is rotating. I'm gonna have to hold it. I'll just get like a little pair of slip joints, hold it, and it should tighten down fairly easy. I forgot about telling y'all that that is a possibility. Now if you have thin line wrenches, that is the best thing to use, but I know not everybody has those. So I like to give y'all options. The bottom one does it. I'm just going to leave those there in case. That way I'm not walking to go get it. Yes, the bottom one is doing it too. Double check the top. And there we go. One more spray. Get all that off. No, it's not going to hurt your brake grease because it's already on all the contact points and it shouldn't be real loose like that. Well, that is doing front brakes on here. If that's all you're doing, go back inside, pump your brake pedal until it gets hard, because if you don't, it's going to go to the floor the first time just because you press that piston in on both sides and it doesn't have fluid in the line or the caliper. But just do that for safety reasons. Put your wheel back on. You can torque them down if you want to. I personally torque them down. I'll just throw the torque spec in the description below for y'all. But if you're got any tips, tricks, advice for doing this, let us know in the comment section. If you didn't like the video, let me know why. What didn't you like about it? If you did, let me know why you liked it also. And if you didn't, I got like 4 450 other videos at the moment. Go check those out. You might find something you do like. And then I just want to say thank you to everybody who likes, subscribe, hits that notification bell. You know, that's just helps me out and helps the channel. But if you would, hit those buttons. Like I said, it does help my channel grow. And y'all remember, torque to stack. Y'all have a great day.